You were married for a long time and you just got divorced, or you were in a serious relationship and you broke up, and now you're thinking, how do I get back on the market and date these absolute stunners? In this video, you're gonna find out exactly how to do that. Hey bro, it's Coach Nav here in Miami, baby. And today we're gonna be talking about how you can get back in the game when you haven't been approaching for a long time. And I know how it is, man. It's gonna be really hard. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday actually, and he just got divorced. And he said, you know, it's been really tough because he was married for 10 years and then he got out of it and he just didn't know how to approach anymore because, of course, you know, what happens is you go in the comfort zone for such a long time, and when you want to get back out there, you know, get back in the game, do approaches, it's tough. So in this video, we're going to dive into how you can get back into it. What you need to do first is you need to understand that you have to get outside of your comfort zone, because in the first few weeks, it's going to be really hard. It's kind of like the gym. Let's say if you haven't been going to the gym for, you know, like 10 years and you just go back to the gym, well, of course, you're not going to be able to perform the way you used to. You're going to be super rusty. And it's the same with approaching. But the good news is the game has changed a lot, you know, in the last couple years, and it's actually much easier than it used to be because of this whole online world. Everyone's online now. So guys, they're not actually approaching. They've lost their confidence. You know, they can't approach a girl with charisma and get her attracted. So that's why it's easier than it ever was before. And it's a great time for you to get into it right now. But what you need to be doing is first, get used to being social, speaking to strangers, open up conversation, even with an indirect approach, like where's a good coffee shop, where's a good restaurant. And that's exactly what I do with my clients that haven't been doing much approaching in a long time. We go out there and first we get comfortable in just, you know, speaking with girls. Because, you know, it might sound easy to approach a girl and be like, where's a good coffee shop? But if you haven't spoke to strangers, especially girls, you're gonna have some anxiety in doing that. Yeah, so jump in the shallow end to start with, and then slowly, you can make it more difficult. And then before you know it, you're in the deep end doing some amazing approaches. But what I would recommend is to learn the basics. And to do that, you can subscribe to my channel because I've got a lot of videos on what to do, like indirect and direct approaches, how to start a conversation, because actually the opener is not the conversational starter, it's what's after it. So I'll give you an example. You do an approach right now and you say, oh, hey, I just had to say you got a great style. Then after it, you do a code read. So you say, let me guess, you're Colombian. We're in Miami right now and there's a lot of Colombians. That's a great one to use. So you're using a code read to make an assumption of where she's from. But anyway, I've got a lot of content about this stuff. So what I'll do, I'll put a link in the description on the basic videos that you need to watch to be able to go out there and take action. But what you don't want to do is do mental masturbation. So you're just watching content after content and you're not approaching, because a lot of guys, unfortunately, they do that. You know, they read books after book and they're not implementing it. And that's exactly what I help with my clients to do, is to implement, to execute, because that's where the results lies. So even if you go out and you make mistakes, it doesn't matter as long as you're actually approaching and you're putting yourself out there. Because in the beginning, that's the most important thing to do, is to just to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, which, you know, cold approaching is. You know, what's going to happen is in the beginning, when you do approaches, of course, there's going to be anxiety and it's going to be super challenging, but then it will get easier and easier. As you do more approaches, you're going to become comfortable with that scenario, right? Your comfort zone is going to expand and you're going to be able to get some great results. But the other thing is really important is to have a circle, in a circle of guys going out there and doing approaches, just like you, like like-minded people. Because back in London, you know, I had a lot of clients that I was teaching regularly. And what I did is I introduced all of them together. And there was actually two guys. One was divorced and another one broke up from a serious relationship. I introduced them together and they went out, and you know, this is a couple years back, and now they're getting some really good results. They've overcome, you know, the divorce and the breakup. and now they've actually met girls that they like more than, the girls they used to date. So that's what's going to happen to you as well. Once you learn the skill set, you're going to be able to attract girls that you're even more satisfied to be with. So just to summarize, you've got to shift your mindset from being in the comfort zone to the uncomfort zone. You have to take action. It's going to be tough in the beginning, but then once you build momentum, it's going to get much easier, and you will get good approaches and good results. And then the other thing is, make sure you know what to say. The few openers, couple of code reads, that you're ready to go and you're not thinking too much when you do the approach. Because if you've been out of the game for a long time, there's going to be a little bit of nerves, as I mentioned previously. And what you don't want to do is now you have to think of what to say in the moment. So you already know what you're saying, you go in and you say it. Maybe practice it in front of the mirror. That's a really good way just to see, how your facial muscles, how much you're smiling, and it's instant feedback. Now you're in the open, now you're carrying on the conversation, how to carry on the conversation. You've got open attraction, comfort, and some idea of what you need to do in that scenario. But most importantly, you've got to take action. And if you want me to help you take action and to teach you everything you need to know to get some incredible results, then go to the description now and find my WhatsApp number. All right, good luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Nav.